Hey Bible lovers, got a Bible review for you guys today. This is the newest printing of the large print Ultrathin reference Bible from Foundation Publications. This is in the black calfskin leather. Here's the ISBN if you guys want to pause it and check it out. And as far as I know, stock is still intermixed in some places with the 2013 printings. This is the newest 2017 printing that I have. So anyway, just so you're aware of that there's a chance, unless I think Evangelical Bible has confirmed that they have only 2017 printings now, so that's one spot you can go to check it out. Now it comes in this box, of course. It's just a lift and open box, not a clamshell, and it comes in this little velvet little pouch, which, I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't see the point, but I understand it's there. It's really cool to have. And this one came with a little snag on it, little bits, a little bit of fuzz. But anyway, I've had it for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. Just kind of looking through it. Really like it. Really impressed with it. But I just don't know why the pouch. So anyway, all right, let's get to the Bible. You can see this is, I've seen several Ultrathins from Foundation, and there's really nothing thin about them. This might be the first edition that I've seen that is, it appears thinner than the previous Ultrathins. And it might be an eighth to I don't know, might not be a quarter, but an eighth to 3/16 thinner than previous editions. I would say it's something close to that. Anyway, so the dimensions of this Bible to start with the cover, it's about, a little under 10, 9 3/4 by, I'd say probably 7 inches, and it's about 1.25 inches thick. But the block itself is only 9 1/4 tall, 6.5 wide, and just a hair over an inch thick. So it's truly an Ultrathin compared to its predecessors. This might be 1 1/16 thick, just a hair over an inch thick. So anyway, and this calfskin leather is just like with the SCR. It's got some little blemishes that are, I just think it adds the character. And these Chinese, the Chinese calfskins are just different from North American calfskins that you would get from ABBA or, a North American leather vendor. Anyway, it's just a different grain. It almost has more of a cowhide kind of grain than your waviness that you would typically see from calfskin. Anyway, here again is the Deluxe Calfskin, and there's your ISBN again. So we'll open it up. You can see the liner. It's really nicely done. The corners look decent. You can't say that about all of them, about all the Chinese bound calfskins, but this one looks really good. A little small tab. If the block is 1 inch thick, then your tab is going to be about 1/2 inch, because that's how you just take your thickness and cut it in half, and that's what your tab on each side of the block is going to be. So a nice small tab right here. This liner is really nice. It's a calfskin, I believe, as well, and it's a smoother calfskin. It's really nice. I really like this cover. Really like the cover. They did a good job with it. Very, very similar to, if I just held it like this, it looks just like a ESB top grain. Really does. I mean, the tooling around the perimeter is deeper and more defined. Looks better on this edition than the ESB top grain leather editions. The spine, I think, looks a little better. Looks a little neater. I like having more ribs. So anyway, there's you have end sheets. Sorry, that one's folded. You got a few end sheets for notes and whatnot. And you have your presentation information, family historical stuff, births, deaths, and occasions to remember. You have your title page, and then here's your publication page. You have the NASB large print ultra thin reference edition, updated edition, of course, with the 95 text. And down here you can see it's a 2017 printing. And from this side you can see it's the 6th printing in 2017. Printed in China. Now, why am I even doing this review specifically for the 2017 printing? And it's the same reason I did the single column reference review. Is because of the new paper. This paper is newer, which is it's an upgrade, but there's some qualifications for this paper why it's better. Okay, so when we look at this text, you'll see that there is still some ghosting, and just being 100% with you guys, the ghosting's about the same in my opinion. As the previous printings. It's a nice dark print. It's a 10-point font, double column, verse by verse layout, single column references. You have some marginal room around the text, which is nice. But there is some ghosting. It's just how it is with the ultra thin. That's a verse by verse. You're going to have a lot to pack into a small area. So the paper is thin, and this is newer paper with a higher opacity. It has a higher opacity, and it has a higher GSM. They went from a 28 GSM paper to a 30 GSM paper, but they also, which meant they increased their density, but they also made it thinner. So this paper is actually thinner but denser than its predecessor, and it feels really nice. It's a slightly different color. The previous editions were more of a creamy white color, and these are more of a stark white color, which almost comes off as a bluer. It has a blue hue to it. So just know when you get it, it's not blue, it's just really white. And whenever you have the bleed through, which adds a different kind of tinting, it turns that white almost to a bluer color. So when you're holding it up next to a previous edition with the more creamier white paper, you can definitely see a difference in the paper color. I don't have a previous printing here with me. It's at least one of the more recent ones. I do have an 03, but I'm going to be doing a comparison video between the 03 large print ultra thin and the 2017, which is really, it's not even a fair comparison, but just so you guys are aware what's out there and how it compares to stuff made nowadays. So anyway, that's another video altogether. So anyway, this is newer paper. I think it's better because the purpose of having great paper is not just the bleed through. You know, most people look at it, how's the bleed through? How's the bleed through? Well, the bleed through is about the same. So why should you invest in a 2017 if you already have a 2013? Well, this is the reason. When you have a higher GSM paper, more dense paper, but thinner, then you know you have a high quality paper. So in 20 or 30, 40 years, the discoloration will be less in this paper than one of previous printings, as in 2013 printings, where it's a 28 GSM paper and it's a slightly thicker paper. So you have a less dense, thicker paper with probably a little bit lower grade materials, which made the paper a little bit lower grade. So that's why also the edition itself is thinner because the paper's thinner. The layout's the exact same exact amount of pages to the large print ultra thin reference Bible. So if you go with thinner paper, it's going to make it a thinner edition. So this is a little more portable than the previous editions because it's slightly thinner. But you also have the improved paper, which it might not be that much improved on ghosting, but you have a lot more long-term benefits as far as the discoloration and the portability that comes with having the better paper. So, people will knock it because they printed on this newer, better paper, but the ghosting's not much better. It's not a whole lot better unless you're willing to sacrifice the portability and go with something thicker, a 36 GSM or something like that. Then you're really not going to get much better for this money. Now, this Bible is it retails at $150, but you're not going to pay that on Christian Book, or even a brand new one from Amazon. You're gonna pay around $100 for this brand new. But you can also find some used, because people that are buying these that particularly prefer the creamier colored pages to the starker white, almost seemingly having a bluer tint. A lot of people were selling them when they were first getting the 2017 printings, selling them used, and you could probably buy them for $50 or $60. So check your Facebook groups and Amazon and Thrift Books and all those outlets to see if there's any out there in the 2017 printing. Personally, I like the 2017. Comparing it with the other modern printings, it's awesome. It's legit. I like it, and it's really well done. I read with a ruler anyway, so I'm going line by line. So the ghosting doesn't really bother me that bad. So, for me, it's not a huge distraction. I'm more distracted by pink or weirdly red letter text. That's more distracting to me than a lot of ghosting. But anyway, it's undeniable. There is some ghosting, but having this nicer paper, it has a nice feel. And it's going to last a lot longer. In my opinion, your paper is going to hold up a lot longer as far as generations are concerned. So anyway, you also have 2 ribbon markers. Previous editions only came with 1 ribbon marker. So that's a nice feature. If you get toward the New Testament, you'll see it's a black letter text. And like I said, I think I already said this earlier, it's a 10-point font, so it's a really large print. It's very readable, darker printing. So it's really a good reading text, as long as you can handle the ghosting. And I would say this: if you don't like ghosting, then you need to. If you're hate ghosting, then you really need to look into going the next level. You got to spend money if you don't like ghosting. Really, you're going to have to spend some dough for a ABBA bound, U.S. printing of '03 or even a '07 China printing of this Bible. If you don't like ghosting, but even just the text block or a good used one is going to run you more than a brand new Deluxe Calfskin large print ultra thin. So anyway, just to kind of give you an idea, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a comparison video between the 03 and this one. So that's we can kind of talk more about that when that comes. So you have a concordance at the end of Revelation, and it's a good size concordance. I do like to use the concordance here and there, and it's laid out well. The print is tiny though. I mean, it is teeny tiny. So, you know, I have to have my glasses on and look really closely to be able to see it. So anyway, at the end of the concordance, you have 8 maps, full color. The only kind of hiccup, and this is just maybe it's just me, I'm nitpicky, but this I would really much rather these maps be on this 30 GSM paper than this glossy cardstock. I don't even know. I'd just rather have the maps on Bible paper. I just think it looks better. It flows better. Probably more likely to use them, read them, check them out, because nobody wants to bend these up, you know, and wrinkle them. Anyway, so at the end of your maps, they're really good maps, you have 4 sheets of white paper, and then you're at your end sheet, and you can see the back liner is the same nice, beautiful calfskin, and then the back cover is that pebble grain type calfskin. So that is your review of the 2017 large print ultra thin from Foundation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out the giveaway for this month. It is the C.S. Lewis Signature Classics 8-volume paperback set. Again, this is my set, but I will have one new in plastic for the giveaway this month. So check that out. Subscribe, like videos, and comment on videos, and share, especially the giveaway video. You need to share that video to be eligible for the giveaway. So anyway, thank you guys again for checking out the review, and leave a comment. Let me know what I could have included or didn't include, and thank you again. God bless.